February is such a tough month. Sometimes it's just sit around, wait, figure out what to do, and then in the next minute you're frantically trying to do stuff like seeding and getting stuff transplanted because it grew faster than you thought it would, and you're hoping it's going to slow down just a little bit, or you got to put it under some lights because you don't know if it's going to survive. And then you got to deal with your day job, which is, for me, it's both a blessing and a curse. Hunchback is a wonderful book. I really love it. But it means that I gotta shift from one operating system to another just to get the paperback formatted. And I don't like abrupt shifts back and forth. I like to take my time, and it's very difficult. Luckily, I have a really awesome computer and a really awesome person to help me figure out how the software works. So I'm not too bad off. I just kind of got to go with the flow. Hopefully February isn't going to throw me too many curveballs. We'll see. Definitely got to get some preparation done because I know pretty quick it's going to be time to plant. Ooh. It has been raining all night and all morning, but it is nice and clear out here, and it's not freezing cold. It's kind of chilly, but it's not freezing cold. Feel pretty good today. Yep, it's a good day. All right, how lucky am I gonna be? The pump has been running for a good solid 10 hours. Look at it. It's beautiful. It's still running perfectly. I did replant this a little. I put this a little lower, and I put this a little higher, but it looks like it's happy. And this tiny little leaf here, is a little bigger. So I think I can safely say this system pretty well worked. I can probably take these out now because I know this is not going to slip down further into there. Oh, it's so nice and warm in here. All right. Do we have any babies? Anybody? Anybody up? Oh, look. It's a balloon flower. Yay, balloon flower. Yay. Oh boy, do I have lots of transplanting to do today. But first, it is February 10th. Oh! At least I'm going to do this with my right hand like I usually do. There we go. February 10th. As a general rule, when cooking, about 1 tablespoon of fresh herbs minced and packed equals about 1 teaspoon of dried. Yep, because when herbs are dried, their oils concentrate. So you need a little bit more fresh in order to equal dried. I still like fresh better. How about you guys? You guys were only planted just a few days ago, so don't expect anything out of you Oh, you guys, all of these mini bok choys, lettuces, these are all ready to go to new homes. So I will advertise those. Purple zinnias are looking great. African daisies are looking great. And down here, bachelor buttons, marigolds. Nobody looks like they're in distress. All right, so I shall get to transplanting and arranging for this baby to have a spot in the living room. Whew, Monday. Finally, time to do something about that. After we do the calendar and after we see what the babies are doing. It is Monday, February 13th. Yeah. What do we have here? This is like 86 degrees in here. These are great. I took the weekend off from recording, but I did do some transplanting. These are all the transplants from then. These are weekend transplants. They're looking really good. Hello, Cosmos. Sage, hyssop, chamomile. Babies. Of course, the poblano peppers love it in here. These are going to be my little personal peppers. I started them early. Ooh, you are dry. And cayenne peppers. Another one of just for me. I don't see the bonsais, Japanese maple, apple, and cypress. None of those came up. I'm not expecting a whole lot from those three. Red poppy, nothing. This is the red poppy that I hand harvested from some of the seeds in my yard. No horehound. No peppermint. No lemon balm. These are doing great. These two absolutely have to be transplanted today. Absolutely. All right. Calendar, and then we'll do some fencing. Oh, I haven't done this for a while, have I? So, I always find this difficult. February 13th. Of the three main varieties of cocoa trees, Criollo is the rarest and most prized. Its seeds are used to make some of the world's finest chocolate. I drool over the thought of having a chocolate tree, a cocoa tree. I would love to be able to plant some cocoa seeds. I imagine it's probably pretty hard to germinate them. Okay. Let's get outside and do some fencing. Protect some babies. Now, why am I so intent on getting that fence up today? It's because the almanac, the Farmer's Almanac for 2023 says February 14th, Valentine's Day. Planting peas on this day is believed to bring good luck. Lettuce is traditionally planted on this day. Well, I'm not necessarily gonna put lettuce out on the strip, but I do still have a small amount of peas, and I want them to go out in the ground. So, the fence has got to go up. Come on, baby. I'm gonna need some gloves. Gloves. Those thin little gloves I bought aren't gonna do much. Wow. Well, in less than 10 minutes, it's already started sprinkling. All right. So I definitely have enough for the long side. Now I gotta get it attached. Can you guys stay there and play nice? I think I lost a piece. I lost a piece. That's okay. All right. Up to the top. Up the bottom. I kind of like it that they fold it over at the end. Makes it a little easier for me to wrap it around the post and nip off enough to secure it. I don't need a lot, maybe that much. I'm just gonna poke it through the holes and wrap it up tight. My gloves are making this awful hard. All right. Ah, yeah, here we go. Good pliers. Good pliers. All right. I'm going to leave these little ends out because I know somebody's going to be interested in this. And if they come close enough, I want them to get a poke just to remind them, hey, this isn't where you belong, whether it's an animal or a human. Bottom. Woo! It is raining. Raining. It's gonna be a cold, wet one today, guys. There we go. Nice and tight. Let's go see what we can do to straighten out this mess. Now that this is nice and tight, I can pull it. Don't forget the coffee, Linda. Don't forget the coffee. All right. Now, I've put this facing the wrong way, but I really don't want to dig it up and move it because it was so hard to get in the ground in the first place. So I'm gonna leave it, and I'm just gonna get it tied up. Let's see if I can do this without gloves and not hurt myself. Oh, well, this is gonna be difficult. I'm definitely gonna have to buy some more things here. For right now, I'm gonna here's the problem. Here's the problem is that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how hard I pull on this. This is not going to stay upright. I need at least one, if not two stakes. I don't know if I have to have the metal stakes. Probably two stakes in order to put this upright so that it actually stays up. I may even have to wind some rope around the top to keep it on an even keel. Now I do have something that could help. However, it would require some severe staking at the other end, and I'm not a big fan of that. I wasn't a big fan when I put out that thick metal rope before, and it required me to attach it to the staircase, and I don't want to do that. Oh, this weather's getting really nasty. I'm going to see what I can do at that other end. And then I'm going to consider whether I actually want to run off to Weimar or not. I probably do because, you know, once I'm cold and wet, why not just continue to be cold and wet until the job's done, right? It's going to be good, though. It's going to be good. I might get 4. I might get 4 more steaks. And, of course, I'm going to need another roll of chicken wire. Ready. The one activity I didn't want to do today. Ah, sunshine. Feels so good. Yeah, this couple of inches doesn't really make a difference. It is always hit or miss with these. There we go. Oh, I think I got the wrong ones. That's all right. Believe it or not, I am not experienced with chicken wire. A little bit, but really not much. I have never actually put up this much chicken wire all at once. What I really want to do is make sure that the top is straight. I'm going to do that with some jute twine. You know, I can't afford a fence tightener and everything like that, so I'm just going to have to do the best I can with my own 2 hands and all the strength I have. Does feel pretty tight. I'm just gonna have to tie it at the top. Try to make sure it's all straight. Well, straightening this out is a pain in the butt. You gotta make sure the bottom touches the ground. I did wind up having to turn that middle one around. I couldn't attach it firmly enough. So, here we go. Get in there, down here, there. Ooh, something greasy on something. I don't know where the grease came from. I hope it's not on the lens of the camera. There we go. Here we go. Push this down. Get down. Down. And yes, I like that. I like that, and I'll have to do that. But I'll make sure this is all the way down here. Stretching is good. Stretching is good. And of course at the bottom, I'm gonna have to, ooh, that has a bottom one. Get that down there and one in. There we go. That'll do. There. That's nice and at the bottom. This one isn't quite all the way in. Some spots are harder than others because of the rocky nature of the soil underneath. As long as this is straight, it's all right. This is pretty floppy though. I don't know if I like that. There we go. It is firm. It's stretched. And there. I like this. This isn't too bad. This isn't too bad. And this gets a little floppier. And then this is just all out of proportion. Not quite sure how I'm going to fix it with the jute twine, but I'm pretty sure I can figure it out. All right, I figured it out. I attach a jute line to one single stake, and I start weaving it in and out every other, just like this. Weave it in and out, following the top line so I don't crush these. I just need to support that very top part of the wire. All right, now when I get to this end, I'm gonna get this a little wet. I probably shouldn't be licking it, but okay. Tuck it in the hole. There's a handy little hole at the top of the stake. Oh, come on, just don't fall apart on me now. You're the star of the show, buddy. All right, here we go. Got it. Now I made sure to measure this before I cut it so that there's plenty of twine here, so that if something happens, I can cut it and retie it. Now I have leverage. Now I have leverage to pull this. Of course, here's the problem with jute. It can break very easily. I don't have money for anything more elaborate, so I guess maybe don't saw on it. But it worked well over here. It's fairly tight. I don't mind a little waviness. It doesn't have to be perfect. I really wish I could afford hardware cloth. If you are considering this and you can afford hardware cloth, I really do suggest you choose the hardware cloth instead of the chicken wire. Now I gotta redo this jute all over again. All right, I just spliced another little piece of jute onto here. And then I tied it, and instead of making a double knot, I just made a little hitch here so that if I need to, I can tighten it. Like it still needs to be done again. It's all right. Like so. And you pull it like this and tighten it up, or even loop it around. give it another loop around, give it another, or even just give it another loop around there and tie it again. The only thing I have to be careful of is I need to use this hole for the next section, so I can't fill it up with too many times. And that brings the fence nice and close to the top of the stake. All right, now I've got it as about as straight as I can get it, about as tight as I can get it. I'm gonna have to nip. I did not make a mistake here. This stake is positioned here like this for a reason. I'm gonna have to nip these and then curl that around so that these hook onto here. That'll give it an extra good stretch. And I'm not, yes, I mean it is a bit wavy, but you know, it really doesn't look that bad from this side. There are a couple spots where I mean I could add a stake, but it's really not that bad. I think it's gonna keep people and animals on the other side. And of course, over the top, when the plants are young, I'm gonna have to add a few more barriers just across the top to keep the deer from decimating baby plants. You know, deer, they love snacks. Speaking of snacks, I better go get something. Oh, hell no. I know. Terrible, terrible jokes. I'm glad I stopped doing fencing when I did. And here comes the unrelenting rain.